Alright, today I am doing a tutorial for One Last Breath by Creed. And this one I would say is more of an intermediate song, so if you're just starting, I would learn a few other easier songs and then try to move up to this one. But this is a really fun one with like fun little weird finger picking style to it. But yeah, alright, let's get this started. Alright, so the beginning of the song goes just. That's the first half of the first riff. And start out by you pick the D and the E string at the same time with second fret on E. Should sound like that, but the rest of it is just you go pick that and then you pick D again. And then you go onto fifth fret of E. And then you go back to D. And then once you get that down, just hammer on the second fret of E. And then third fret of B. And then back to D. All together, it should sound like this. Just practice that just a few times. Try and get it down. And then once you got that down, then we're going to add the next part. May sound a bit hard, but it's a lot easier than it sounds. But then you will go open A, second fret B, third fret B, and then hammer on the fifth fret. And then you go back to A right there. And then on the B, you do a little fancy pull-off thing where you go. That one may take a little bit of practice. Alright, but once you got that down, and then you hit A again, and then you go into a B minor chord. Then you'll pluck A and G, and then just do only A, and then you will go, and then you'll go onto B, and then back to A, and then you'll go hammer on with that middle finger right there on the B chord shape. You'll take it off and just hammer it on, and then you just go walk it down to G and D. And then the next shape you do is just a regular G shape, but you're going to do a little bit of fancy finger stuff with it. So you just start with a regular G. You don't have to worry about the far note. You just go the E, then you go the B, the D, then you go G, then back to D, and then you switch to third fret on B, so you go third fret on B, and then open. And then once you're done with that, you just go on E and you just go third, pull off to second. Alright, and then you can go ahead, pause the video, rewind it, practice any of the parts as much as you want make sure that you can get it down before you move on to the next part. But next part is a little bit easier than this one. So if you got that down, you should be able to get this down. Alright. So this one just has a lot of stuff like that. So to start it off, you'll go but you go on, you'll do basically like the same thing as the first one with the D and E, but instead of going up to fifth, you go up to third. So you go, and then so you go basically just, and then you just go do the thing right there on the second fret, and then you go third fret, pull off to second fret right there, and then you go into an kind of an A shape, but I suggest just barring it. It's a lot easier. But for this one, you just bar an A, and then you play A, B, or A, D, G, so you just go walk it down the line until you get to B, and use whatever finger you feel most comfortable with to do the on the third fret of B, and then you go to fourth fret of D, and then open G, and then you go back to a B minor shape, but you just get rid of that middle finger. Just take it off, and then you just walk it down the line. And then you just go to a G shape. You play the E, skip the A, and walk it down the line. And that's the whole beginning riff. Should all together, I'll play it slowly, but all together it should sound like this. So once you get that down, like pause, practice, try to put the two parts together. Once you get that done, then you play that a few times. You play that for the intro and the verses. But then for the chorus, it's just an easy chord progression going D, F, B minor, A, G, and then you just play through that chord progression twice for the first verse, and then you go back to for the first chorus you play the chord progression twice, and then for the when that's over, you just continue with the second verse and you play through the riff twice, and then once you're done with that, you play the chorus again, but this time you go through the chorus twice, and on the second part of the chorus, at the very end, instead of just ending it, you're going to do that twice at the end. Then you're going to move on to the bridge, which is E minor, G, then D. And the second part of the bridge is A, it's B minor, then it's G again. You're gonna play through it twice. Then you're gonna go back to a chorus. Play through the chord progression once, pause for a little bit, and then you go to the chorus and you just play through the chorus like normal, and then at the ending you just go back to the beginning riff and you just play it once, and that will be the whole song. Alright, well, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, make sure to subscribe and try to share this with other people trying to learn guitar. And leave any suggestions for songs in the comments, and I'll try to make some other tutorials for you guys.